everybody, welcome to the show.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Raising A to Z. It is a YouTube channel all about homeschooling. My name is Amanda. I am a teacher-turned-homeschool mom, and our first official day of homeschooling for our new year is tomorrow, which means I have some work to do today. This is the disaster of our homeschool room / activity room, playroom, and it needs a really good refresh. The kids have been busy in here all summer, and it needs a little help today. So I am going to go through, I'm going to clean the room, I'm going to set it up for our first day of homeschooling tomorrow, and I'm going to show you all the things that I've added to the room, things that I have, like how I organize it and stuff. And so that's what I'm going to do today. So I always like to give the room a really good once over before our year starts. I just find it's like the best way to get us into a good situation. So every August or like early September, I like to give the room a really good once over. It really, and like kind of like reorganize things, declutter things. I'm going to go through the kids' drawers on their desk because they have 3 drawers each and they are jam-packed with stuff. So I'm going to help kind of go through and do like a declutter, a clean, wash things that have not been washed all summer, and basically just kind of get the room ready and show you what I've done, how this room is set up, and why we love this room. But before we do that, why don't you guys go down and subscribe, and then go up here and click the bell to get notifications so that you'll know when we put out more videos, because we have a lot of videos. I have a lot of ideas, and if you have any ideas or questions for things that you'd like me to do a video on, why don't you go down below and leave a comment so that I could potentially either answer that question directly for you or like do a whole video, because if you're asking, so are other people. So yeah, this room, it needs some love. It needs a little bit of work because it is a mess. I'm gonna give you a full tour of the current state because I think that's something you guys need to see. We see so many like Instagram pretty, social media pretty homeschool spaces. That's great. I love cleaning it and getting it to a Instagram clean level, but that's not realistic. This is a space where we come in, we learn, we play, we create, and so a good portion of the time this room is a somewhat disaster. We do pick it up regularly, we do tidy it regularly, but I would say probably like 4 out of the 5 days of our homeschooling, before we start, it's like, hey guys, clear the table, it's time to get to work. Because yeah, it gets a lot of use and a lot of love. And I want to show you that this is like the reality. Homeschooling is not always clean, it is not always pretty, but I aim for a room that is functional and that does what we need it to do, which is create a space where we can learn and play and create. And so yeah, this is going to be my homeschool room tour. So this is the current state of our homeschool room. Like, can you see how much stuff is on that table? Yeah. So like this room needs a really good pickup. I'm gonna come through and do a really good tidy in here, and then I will show you how everything is organized. So come with me while I do that. Transparent. I love our table. It's an IKEA kitchen table, like a space saving table, so it folds right up. Right now we're only using one side. It actually has another side that opens all the way up, and then it has drawers that are like for like cutlery or whatever. Love it. The kids each have 3 drawers on each side. It's glorious. But my kids are pack rats, like pack rats, and so they keep everything. So I'm a little bit nervous to go through the drawers because I'm not really sure what I'm gonna find. And I only go through their drawers once a year. So they have all year to have all their things. They have all year to clean them as they are repeatedly told to. So this is just like, it's the one time a year where I go in and I I really do a big purge and clean everything. So I'm kind of scared. 6 drawers. 6 drawers to go through. So the room is cleaned. I've finished cleaning the room. I've actually done a little bit of setup. I've gone through some things, and I will give you a little tour. I did go through the drawers. They weren't as bad as I thought. Mostly Alexi's drawers. Mostly Alexi's my pack rat. And she's also a prolific journaler and writer and draw artist. And so she fills notebooks like crazy. So really there's one drawer just full notebooks. So really most of her stuff was like full notebooks. Alexi also she has a bad habit. She likes to keep every drawing and everything she's ever made, including like when you go to a restaurant and they give you like the kids menu to draw on. So there was like half a dozen of those in the drawer, but cleared it out, cleaned it up, and let me give you a quick little tour. So this is our main Calex unit in here. This is where we keep most of our things. As you can see, it's all binned and labeled, and yeah, these are all bins from IKEA as well. What are they? Kugis. They're the Kugis bins. So I have these basically to keep all of our things organized. Everything from like craft supplies and paintbrushes, all the way down here we have like card games, blocks, Play-Doh, all that kind of stuff. We have a few smaller ones. They're also Kugis. These are like all Zoe's little animals, stuff like that. Smaller, so like people don't need to use a bigger bin. And so we have a couple of bins of those. But let's also talk like organizers. So you'll see some of our bins are on these dividers. These are fantastic because the kids can just pull one bin out and put it away without having to take the top bin out. So that really makes organizing these spaces a lot easier because they don't have to take out two heavy bins. They can only take out one. Same thing up here. This is actually one of their units from IKEA as well. They're dividers, but they don't make this size anymore in bins. And it actually had it had 3 pieces, so 4 slots, but they didn't fit. So Stefan just like put in holes himself and kind of adjusted it, but it really does help put things like this, put these bins in here really nice and easy and make it easy for the kids to get it out. Then we have, this is like a little shelf Stefan made out of some scrap wood. Basically it gave us room to have like one more bin underneath. And this is just like a lazy Susan on top. I picked this up for, I think it was like $10. And then these are just like craft peanut butter jars. And they're all labeled. They carry, this one has all of our like writing supplies. So different kinds of like writing mediums. This one over here, got a couple of these, is all like sensory bin fillers. So we got some pasta, we got some rice, some rocks, a different colored rice, kinetic sand, that kind of stuff. And then this one over here is some other, oops, another bin, jar. Yeah, some other stuff. We use this, again, as another IKEA divider that you can purchase. We use it for our colored papers. That's super helpful for keeping that organized. And then the kids have one of these dividers. The same divider is here, just turned this way. And so this is Alexi's side. So these are some of her workbooks. Those are Zoe's. And I picked up a couple of these plastic file folders from IKEA while we were there. And like I said, coloring books, activity books, magazines, just keep things nice and organized. So from here, move over to our couch. This I recovered with a brand new slip cover this year because the kids kind of ripped it. So that is kind of like a nice little reading couch. For $40, I basically have a new couch and the kids love it because it's their favorite colors, I guess. It matches their like desk and their chairs and stuff, and they're absolutely in love with it. It's a little wild for my taste, but they think it's great. We have our Sonos speaker, which is fantastic. we love it that the kids can listen to music and stuff while we're in here. So that has been that's a new thing, and we absolutely love having it in here. Then we come over to our desk area. Like I said, this is our IKEA kitchen table. I got this secondhand from somebody who was selling it on Facebook. But yeah, we only have one section out right now, and then it has like the three drawers on this side, and then Lexi has 3 drawers on her side. So we can actually pull this out and like have another section open on the other side if we wanted to. But for now, this is all we need, and it makes a great desk. And then we can also put this away, and they can have like lots of play space in here. And then we have just some like writing utensils and organizers right there. And then swing over here. These are our unit study shelves. So these are also from IKEA. They're just picture ledges. I just fill them with books. So our first unit is Ancient Egypt. And so I just have a whole bunch of books here. And then this is our library basket. So any books that we've finished go into the library basket to be returned. Or if we have like other books that we've picked up to read, like currently we've got Bad Guys and Tucania in here. Those are just other books just to keep everything organized. Library books go back in the basket. This is our last Calyx unit in here. This we used to use as an entertainment unit years ago, and we just repurposed it. And basically we have in here all kinds of bins. This is our magnet tiles. This one is, I have a bag in here just to make things easier. This one is all Lego. So when the kids want to play with it, they just pull the bag out and spread it out on the floor, and it becomes like a Lego mat. And same thing in this one, but this one is all connects. And then this is just big stuff that doesn't fit. So kind of like the bigger toys. So that's it. The room is clean, it's tidied, it's put away, it's set up for the first day of homeschooling, and I'm excited. This is our homeschool space. I always like to tell people though, one note, I always like to tell people you don't need a homeschool room. We have this homeschool room because we didn't have a playroom on our main floor the way our home is laid out. And so we were finding the toys and stuff were just getting everywhere, constantly from room to room. So we actually ended up sacrificing the kids having separate bedrooms to have this room. So we actually have quite a small house. And so our kids share a room, which gives us the ability to have this room to have a homeschool space. That was a sacrifice that we made to make this room a reality for our kids. And we don't even call this the homeschool room because that's not the main focus or the main purpose of this room. We're in here doing like our workbooks and our homeschool stuff about 1 hour, 3 to 4 times a week. My kids are in here doing their thing, creating, playing, painting, building 2, 3, 4, 5 hours a day in this room. So really every single day. So really the homeschooling is just a small aspect. So we actually just call this room the activity room because that's what my kids come do. They come in here and they do activities and they play and they create and they explore. And that's one of the reasons we don't call it the homeschool room, because it's not just for homeschooling. This is how we set up this space. It's what works for us. You don't need a space like this if you don't have one. You can do homeschooling anywhere you want. But this is just how we've set up our space, and it's just what works for our family right now. Will it always be a homeschool room? Probably not. Eventually, I'm sure the kids would like their own rooms, but we'll see. Like for the next couple of years, this is our space. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you are subscribed, that you've clicked the bell to get notifications. If you have any tips or tricks for organizing homeschool space, please leave them down below. And if you want to see how this room gets used on a regular basis, make sure you're following us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.